From a nerve-wracking evening to a triumphant win, Caitlyn Clark and the Indiana Fever turned the tables around. Despite an early injury, the rookie sensation led her team to an exhilarating 84-79 victory over the Atlanta Dream on Monday night, scoring an impressive 19 points. Before we continue, I'd like to highlight the significance of subscribing to the channel. Subscribing ensures that you receive notifications for every new video we upload, while hitting the bell icon guarantees that you stay updated with all our latest content. Additionally, please show your support by hitting the like button. Now, let's explore further. Just 7 minutes into the game, Clark attempted to get through a screen when it looked like she rolled her left ankle. She immediately went down on the floor and screamed in pain. Clark remained on the floor, grimacing as she cradled her left ankle. The training staff swiftly made their way to the court to lend a helping hand. But to everyone's surprise, she rose to her feet and limped back to the Fever bench under her own strength. While seated on the bench, she received immediate attention for her ankle during a timeout, and then bravely returned to action as play resumed. Clark's determination shone through as she stayed on the bench despite the injury, returning to the game for the start of the second quarter and scoring for Indiana. After the game, she downplayed the injury, showing great resilience by stating that her ankle just needed to be taped. "I saw the replay and I look really soft," she joked. "It wasn't that bad." Despite Clark's injury scare, it was a great night for Indiana. The Fever opened the game on an 8-0 run to take a lead it never relinquished. Aliyah Boston established her dominance in the paint early, and Kelsey Mitchell continued to dazzle all over the offensive end. Indiana led by as many as 18 points. Atlanta may have been outside of the playoff picture, but they have been playing some of their best basketball since the end of the Olympic break. Despite winning their first 3 games in August, they faced a tough loss against the Phoenix Mercury on Friday. However, the Dream's struggles with offense were evident on Monday as they faced Indiana. Atlanta currently ranks last in the WNBA in points per game, 75.8, and field goal percentage, 41%, and their shooting percentage of 37% against Indiana reflected those struggles. Although they made a late push in the fourth quarter and had a chance to tie the game in the final seconds, they couldn't capitalize, leading to Indiana maintaining a perfect 3-0 record against Atlanta this year. Mitchell dominated the game with an impressive 29 points, while Boston delivered a double-double performance with 14 points and 11 rebounds. The impact of Caitlyn Clark continues to make waves, creating an electrifying atmosphere. The Dream usually plays at the 5,000-capacity Gateway Center Arena, but with Clark and her team in town, they moved the game to the State Farm Arena, home of the NBA's Atlanta Hawks, with a capacity of just under 17,000. The stadium was packed to the brim, with standing room tickets selling out due to high demand. The Dream proudly declared a record-breaking attendance of 17,608 for the game, making it the largest crowd ever for a Dream game, and the most attended WNBA game in the state of Georgia. Clark had an incredible night, finishing with 19 points, 7 rebounds, and 7 assists. She also made 2 steals and 1 block, but had 2 turnovers. Her shooting was on point, going 6 for 14 overall and 4 for 9 from beyond the arc. With these 4 threes, Clark has now made 85 three-pointers in her rookie season, tying the record set by Dream guard and 2022 first overall pick Ryan Howard for most three-pointers by a rookie. I just want to remind you of Clark's incredible achievement in the WNBA. She's now in 15th place for most points in a rookie season with a total of 539. The top spot is held by Simone Augustus, who scored 744 points in 2006 with the Minnesota Lynx. It's truly inspiring to see Clark climbing up the ranks. The win makes it 3 wins in the last 4 contests, for Indiana has now won 3 of its last 4 games and improves to 14-16 on the season. The Fever are currently sitting in the number 7 seed in the WNBA, which would clinch their first postseason berth in 8 seasons. Indiana's next game will be Wednesday night against the Connecticut Sun. Now let's talk about the performances of each player of Indiana Fever, one by one. I hope you are not getting bored. Katie Lou Samuelson had a quiet game with minimal impact on the scoreboard, recording 0 points. She contributed defensively with 1 rebound, but did not manage to record any steals or blocks. Offensively, she struggled, making only 1 attempt from the field and missing both of her 3-point attempts. Despite her limited scoring and shooting struggles, Samuelson did manage to contribute with 3 assists, showing some involvement in the playmaking aspect of the game. Overall, her performance was modest, and she will likely look to improve her shooting efficiency and overall impact in future games. Nalissa Smith had a solid performance, finishing the game with 7 points and 6 rebounds. Although her scoring was not prolific, she was effective in contributing to her team's offense with a decent shooting percentage of 30% from the field, hitting 3 of her 10 attempts. She also took 1 3-point shot but did not convert it. Smith's presence was felt on the boards, where she grabbed a notable 6 rebounds, showing her ability to contribute defensively and offensively. Additionally, she recorded a steal, indicating her defensive efforts. However, she did not register any assists or blocks, suggesting that while she was active in rebounding and defense, her contributions in playmaking and shot blocking were minimal. Overall, Smith's performance was a blend of solid rebounding and defensive plays, with room for improvement in her scoring efficiency and offensive impact. Aliyah Boston delivered a standout performance that significantly contributed to her team's success. She scored a total of 14 points, showcasing her scoring prowess and offensive versatility. Boston's scoring was highly efficient, as she made 6 of her 14 field goal attempts, reflecting a solid shooting percentage of approximately 43%. Her effectiveness on the court was not limited to scoring alone. She also demonstrated a strong presence on the boards by grabbing 11 rebounds. This effort on the glass was crucial, as it provided her team with additional possession opportunities and helped control the tempo of the game. Boston's ability to influence the game was further highlighted by her playmaking skills. She recorded 4 assists, illustrating her capability to facilitate scoring opportunities for her teammates and contribute to the overall offensive strategy. Her vision and passing were instrumental in setting up scoring plays and maintaining the flow of the game. Defensively, she made her mark with a single block, which underscored her ability to protect the rim and alter opponents' shots. This defensive effort, while not overwhelming, was a key component in limiting the effectiveness of the opposing team's offensive plays. On the defensive end, Boston also managed to secure 1 steal, showcasing her ability to read the game and disrupt the opponent's ball movement. This steal was a valuable contribution, helping to create turnovers and transition opportunities for her team. Despite her strong performance in several areas, Boston did not attempt any 3-point shots, indicating that her contributions were primarily focused on driving to the basket and scoring in the paint. Overall, Boston's performance was marked by a well-rounded and impactful display of skills. Her ability to score efficiently, rebound effectively, facilitate plays with her assists, and contribute defensively through steals and blocks made her a key player in her team's success. Her balanced game performance not only highlighted her individual talents, but also her importance in both offensive and defensive aspects of the game. This comprehensive performance underscores why she is considered a vital asset to her team and a player capable of making significant contributions on both ends of the court. Kelsey Mitchell delivered an exceptional performance that was instrumental in her team's success. She was the game's leading scorer with 29 points, demonstrating her scoring capability and offensive prowess. Mitchell's scoring output was a product of her aggressive and efficient play, as she successfully converted 10 of her 23 field goal attempts. This performance resulted in an impressive shooting percentage of around 43%, showcasing her ability to make high-pressure shots and maintain composure under defensive pressure. In addition to her scoring achievements, Mitchell also played a key role in facilitating her team's offensive flow. She recorded 1 assist, indicating her involvement in creating scoring opportunities for her teammates. While not a high number of assists, it highlights her role in the team's offensive setup and her ability to contribute to ball movement and playmaking. Mitchell's defensive contributions included 1 steal, which was significant in disrupting the opposing team's offensive rhythm. Her ability to create turnovers and capitalize on defensive opportunities played a part in her team's overall defensive strategy. Despite her strong performance on offense and her defensive efforts, Mitchell did not register any blocks, which suggests that her primary impact was on the offensive end and in creating opportunities through steals rather than rim protection. On the rebounding front, Mitchell secured 7 rebounds. This effort on the boards was crucial in providing her team with additional possession opportunities and helping to control the flow of the game. Her rebounding contributions, while not as dominant as her scoring, were still valuable in maintaining possession and supporting both offensive and defensive plays. Mitchell also attempted 10 three-point shots, successfully making 3 of them. This indicates that she was not only effective from beyond the arc, but also willing to take and make long-range shots, adding a dimension to her offensive game. Her ability to stretch the floor and make three-pointers was a key factor in her high-scoring output and overall offensive impact. Overall, Kelsey Mitchell's performance was a masterclass in offensive efficiency and scoring ability. Her contribution of 29 points, combined with her rebounding and defensive efforts, made her a pivotal player in her team's performance. Her ability to score from various areas of the court, including three-point range, and her role in facilitating the offense, underscored her significance as a dynamic and influential player on the court. Caitlyn Clark had a remarkable performance that showcased her multifaceted skills and significant impact on the game. She finished with 19 points, solidifying her role as a key offensive contributor. Clark's scoring was marked by her impressive shooting efficiency, as she made 6 of her 14 field goal attempts, translating to a shooting percentage of approximately 43%. This level of efficiency is a testament to her ability to create and capitalize on scoring opportunities, even under defensive pressure. In addition to her scoring, Clark's playmaking abilities were on full display as she contributed 7 assists. This high number of assists highlights her vision and court awareness, allowing her to facilitate scoring opportunities for her teammates. Clark's ability to create plays and distribute the ball effectively was a crucial component of her team's offensive strategy, demonstrating her role as a primary facilitator and leader on the floor. Defensively, Clark was active and engaged, recording 2 steals. These steals were crucial in disrupting the opposing team's offensive rhythm and creating transition opportunities for her own team. Her defensive prowess in generating turnovers added an additional layer of impact to her performance, showcasing her ability to contribute on both ends of the court. Clark also made a notable contribution in the rebounding department, grabbing 7 rebounds. Her ability to secure rebounds, both defensively and offensively, played a key role in controlling the pace of the game and providing her team with additional possession opportunities. This aspect of her game further demonstrated her all-around skills and commitment to contributing in various facets of play. One of Clark's notable strengths is her proficiency from beyond the arc. She attempted 9 three-point shots and made 4 of them, which reflects her capability to stretch the defense and score from long range. Her success from three-point territory not only added to her scoring total, but also helped in spacing the floor and opening up driving lanes for her teammates. Defensively, Clark also contributed with 1 block, showcasing her ability to protect the rim and alter opponents' shots. While not a dominant shot blocker, this contribution was a valuable part of her overall defensive effort, emphasizing her ability to impact the game in multiple ways. Overall, Caitlyn Clark's performance was a comprehensive display of her offensive, defensive, and playmaking skills. Her ability to score efficiently, facilitate plays, contribute defensively with steals and blocks, and rebound effectively underscored her importance as a versatile and influential player. Clark's well-rounded performance not only highlighted her individual talents, but also her significant role in her team's success, reflecting her status as one of the key players on the court. Lexie Hull's performance in the game was characterized by a combination of modest contributions and noticeable efforts across different aspects of play. She finished with 2 points, which came from making one of her 3 field goal attempts, resulting in a shooting percentage of around 33%. Hull's scoring was relatively low, indicating that she struggled to find her rhythm offensively. Despite the limited scoring output, Hull made notable contributions in other areas of the game. She secured 4 rebounds, which was a valuable effort in maintaining possession and supporting both the offensive and defensive ends. Her rebounding performance highlighted her commitment to helping her team control the boards and providing additional opportunities for her teammates. In terms of playmaking, Hull recorded 2 assists, showcasing her ability to contribute to the team's offensive flow by setting up scoring opportunities for her teammates. Her assists, while not extensive, were indicative of her involvement in the team's overall strategy and her role in facilitating the game's offensive dynamics. Defensively, Hull was active, contributing with 2 steals. This effort was significant in disrupting the opposing team's ball movement and creating opportunities for her own team. Her defensive plays were a positive aspect of her performance, reflecting her ability to impact the game through pressure and anticipation. However, Hull did not register any blocks, which suggests that her defensive impact was more focused on perimeter defense and ball pressure rather than rim protection. Additionally, she did not attempt any 3-point shots, indicating that her contributions were primarily in areas closer to the basket and in playmaking roles. Overall, Lexie Hull's performance was a blend of modest scoring and effective contributions in rebounding, assists, and defense. While her scoring was limited, her efforts in other areas demonstrated her engagement in the game and her ability to impact the team's performance through various means. Hull's well-rounded approach, despite the lower scoring output, highlights her role as a versatile player who contributes to her team in multiple facets of the game. Tamy Fagbenle had a performance that was characterized by limited offensive and defensive contributions. She finished the game with 2 points, which came from making one of her 4 field goal attempts. This results in a shooting percentage of 25%, indicating that her scoring efficiency was a challenge during this game. Her only successful field goal attempt was from within the paint, as she did not make any 3-point shots. On the rebounding front, Fagbenle contributed with 3 rebounds, showing that she was involved in controlling the boards, although her impact in this area was not particularly dominant. Her presence in the paint helped her team with maintaining possession and providing some support in the rebounding department, but she was not a leading force in this aspect. Defensively, Fagbenle recorded 1 steal, which highlights her ability to create turnovers and apply defensive pressure. This steal was a positive contribution, reflecting her effort in disrupting the opponent's offensive plays and creating opportunities for her team. However, she did not register any blocks, which indicates that her impact on rim protection and altering shots was minimal. Fagbenle's performance also included limited playmaking, as she did not record any assists. This lack of assists suggests that her role in facilitating the offense was minimal, and she did not contribute significantly to setting up scoring opportunities for her teammates. Overall, Tamy Fagbenle's performance was characterized by a modest impact in scoring, rebounding, and defense. While she managed to contribute in various areas, her contributions were not particularly standout, and she faced challenges in scoring efficiency and playmaking. Her efforts were a part of the team's overall performance, but she was not a dominant force in any particular aspect of the game. Erica Wheeler's performance in the game was relatively understated, with contributions spread across a few key areas, but lacking significant impact. She finished the game with 0 points, which reflects a challenging night offensively, as she was unable to score from her field goal attempts. Wheeler attempted 2 shots from the field, but did not convert any, resulting in an unremarkable shooting performance. Additionally, she did not attempt any 3-point shots, which further limited her offensive output. Erica Wheeler's performance in the game was relatively understated, with contributions spread across a few key areas, but lacking significant impact. She finished the game with 0 points, which reflects a challenging night offensively, as she was unable to score from her field goal attempts. Wheeler attempted 2 shots from the field, but did not convert any, resulting in an unremarkable shooting performance. Additionally, she did not attempt any 3-point shots, which further limited her offensive output. On the defensive end, Wheeler made some contributions, recording 3 rebounds. This effort in rebounding was valuable in terms of maintaining possession and supporting the team's efforts on both ends of the court. Her ability to contribute on the boards, despite her limited scoring, helped her team control the pace of the game and provide additional opportunities for her teammates. Wheeler also recorded 1 assist, showcasing her involvement in facilitating the team's offensive plays. While the single assist was not a high number, it still demonstrated her role in contributing to the team's playmaking and helping set up scoring opportunities for others. Defensively, Wheeler managed to secure 1 block, which was a positive aspect of her performance. This block highlighted her ability to protect the rim and alter the opposing team's shots, adding value to her defensive efforts. However, she did not register any steals, indicating that her defensive contributions in terms of creating turnovers and disrupting the opponent's offensive flow were minimal. Overall, Erica Wheeler's performance was marked by a combination of limited offensive impact and moderate contributions in rebounding, assists, and defense. While her scoring was absent, her involvement in other areas, such as rebounding and shot blocking, reflected her commitment to contributing to her team's overall performance. Her efforts, though not standout, were part of the team's collective performance in the game. Damiris Dantas had a solid and impactful performance that significantly contributed to her team's success. She finished the game with 11 points, showcasing her scoring ability and offensive efficiency. Dantas made 4 of her 5 field goal attempts, resulting in an impressive shooting percentage of 80%. This level of accuracy demonstrates her effectiveness in converting scoring opportunities and making the most of her offensive plays. In addition to her scoring contributions, Dantas also excelled in the rebounding department, grabbing 1 rebound. While this might seem minimal compared to other players, it is important to consider that her primary focus was likely on scoring efficiency and maintaining her offensive role rather than leading in rebounding. Dantas was also highly effective from beyond the arc, making 3 of her 4 3-point attempts. This success from long range was a key aspect of her offensive performance, adding an important dimension to her game by stretching the defense and providing valuable points from outside. Her proficiency in 3-point shooting helped her team in creating spacing on the court and opening up driving lanes for other players. Defensively, Dantas did not record any steals or blocks, indicating that her defensive impact was relatively limited in this game. Her contributions were primarily focused on her offensive role and scoring efficiency, rather than defensive plays or rim protection. Overall, Damiris Dantas's performance was marked by her scoring efficiency and effective 3-point shooting. Her ability to make a high percentage of her field goals and 3-pointers was crucial in contributing to her team's offensive success. While her defensive contributions were minimal, her offensive output and shooting accuracy underscored her role as a valuable scoring asset and an important player in her team's game plan. So that was it for this video. I hope you have enjoyed the video. Please subscribe to the channel and see you in the next video.